Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Ironman. Last episode we prepped up nice, steady and ready to get into the Song of the Elves this episode, and that is precisely what needs to be done. The stats are starting to look beefy, if I don't say so myself. The only thing sitting below level 70 it looks like is thieving and fishing, and in due time we will get to that. But we've got bigger fish to fry, and we're not talking about the cooking stat. We of course are talking about the Song of the Elves. If my RuneScape character could just mine this final amethyst, thank you, right on cue. I want to go ahead and spend some of these minerals. I noticed that mining amethyst is better with the update, but it is also better still if you buy the updated mining gloves. So I just got to check which ones I have. The regular mining gloves are the one that we have, so we need to buy the superior mining gloves, and I believe if I take these two off and I talk to Bologna, I don't even know. It's a weird name, bro. If we have a little conversation with this one, we should be able to combine the two gloves together. I think it costs 40 minerals to make that happen. Let's go ahead, and now we have the expert mining gloves. So what enables me to do more? Good word. What this enables me to do is get even more amethyst out per vein. This water is very laggy, but I think at the current state, I get somewhere in the ballpark of 2 to 3 amethyst per vein. It might only be 2, but whatever the case, I get more from that now, so it might go from 2 to 3 as a bare minimum, which is going to be sick. I've been coming here more and more to do AFK grinds, and unfortunately, we've only got 1 million experience left to go until we get 99 mining, and I think it's all but guaranteed that 99 mining will be our first skill cape. That is just not the prediction I would have ever had, say, a few years ago before the introduction of things like star mining and things like the updated amethyst mining. Not to mention the bone shard mining. That stuff is goated. But anyway, with mining talk out of the way, we got to get on to the Song of the Elves dialogue. And what is required to get into this quest is first, the thing that we will need to do is make a little bit of history, aka do the making history quest. So I'm going to get stuck into that quest right now and hopefully bang it out nice and quick. I totally forget this quest and I don't know if it's easy or if it's hard, but we'll be getting that done immediately. And then of course we'll be getting into the main meat and potatoes of the video. Dude, I hate accidentally depositing my items when I go to search for something, but on the upside, we have eventually made history. I don't know how long this man wants to talk before he gives me the quest completion, but there it is. Making history has been complete. We are now fully ready to go with Song of the Elves. I can't wait to be done with this quest. I forget how long it takes to do, but I'm pretty sure my gear and stats should be adequate for the boss at the end at the very least. But anyway, I'm going to start making some headway on it, and hopefully we don't run into too many problems. Last time I did it on a different account, I had stamina potions, so it'll be fun just using full graceful and just walking around the library for several hours. But anyway, I guess I can't delay it any further. It is time to get started on Song of the Elves. Now, this quest is one of those quests that even if things go entirely smoothly, it's not the shortest quest in the world, but to make things a little bit more interesting for myself, I felt like teleporting out randomly was a good idea, mainly in the library. That was very fun. But all in all, we got through the library in the very end, but my sanity was kind of depleting at this point. Not bringing an axe to this tree made things a little bit worse. A few little hiccups here and there. I guess a pattern is starting to emerge. But we managed to take out old mate Legolas with full graceful and a bit of a torso action going on here. I was actually hitting pretty hard on these NPCs. I guess their defense isn't super high. I was really worried with my account and my stats. I was like, not sure if I could do these bosses easy or demi-bosses. I don't know what you call them. Came across some very human friends in the forest, which was very beautiful. It's nice to see new players out and about and adventuring through the roving landscape. Ended up trying to defend the gate there initially before a system update and just got shafted, saluted, said my farewells and knew I wasn't going to make it, getting booted offline. But there is 74 crafting. We've unlocked a lot of Phoenix necklaces for the main fight. This is the gear setup that I'm going to be electing to choose for fight numero uno. We also got 74 crafting, which enables us to do the crystal bodies, funnily enough. Just a happy little coincidence there. But yeah, attempt number 1, a little bit in the bin there, getting KO'd 83 out of 85. I definitely underestimated the old mate's special attack. And attempt number 2 was just a battle of attrition that I ended up losing. I decided that I'm going to cut down the amount of items that I bring. I went from 8 to 6 Phoenix necklaces, and then from 4 to 3 prayer pots. And this was my gear setup going into fight number 3, just using the Warp Scepter as my main DPS and the Blood Blitz for healing purposes. For the most part, I was manually casting Blood Blitz quite a lot. The only reason why I'm using the Warp Scepter at the very end here is because I just wanted to pure DPS. I'd run out of healing resources, and there was no way I was going to get to full HP, so I had to go full send mode with the Warp Scepter. But there it is, Song of the Elves complete. We're now 74 farming, and we went for a little adventure from the get-go here. We can now use the Tithe Farm, the highest level, without using a guarding pie, which is nice. And even nicer was the welcome party set out for me here. We've got K-Triggered and the Crystal Impling, the nice little 1-2 combo there. I felt right at home from the get-go. And the best thing to do when you get home is, of course, beat down the family dog, and that's what we did. We knocked out old Bluey here, knocking down the regular Gauntlet first time. Very happy with that. I've got a lot of experience with the Gauntlet, unfortunately, for better or for worse, and we managed to pull ourselves a Crystal Weapon Seed with the regular Gauntlet first chest. So, of course, once the regular Gauntlet was complete, we could now move on to the Corrupted. I don't believe you can circumnavigate that. You kind of just have to suck it up and do the Bluey first. But we got our first CG kill under our belt, followed quickly by CG kill number 2. And interestingly enough, I wasn't really going for it, but we got the perfect Corrupted Hunlif achievement. I wasn't intending on doing that. Very glad to do so. We're racking up a bunch of combat achievements here, and yeah, it's kind of a nice change of pace. I've been avoiding getting combat achievements, not intentionally, but just to coincidentally bang out a bunch of them at CG has been nice. Of course, we will be going for the Bofa and the Crystal Armor setup, something that I've never achieved before in any of my past lives, but smashing out CG kill back to back to back, it's been kind of nice. But if I need a break, I've decided that I will just chop wood at the magic trees, and coincidentally, we've gotten quite a few Crystal Implings. I won't show every single Crystal Impling, but that one in particular, 8 Raynar Seeds. I didn't realize they could be that juicy, but anyway, one last Crystal Weapon Seed, and that is where we are up to currently. As nice as it might have been to come back to CG, I'm noticing that my range DPS isn't the best. If you look at my minimap, it's a 4.67 right now, and if I swap over to Magic, I don't know if it's going to let me here, it's a 5.35. Now, I know Magic in general is a stronger style here than good old range, but I really want to reduce that gap as much as humanly possible, and with a few thousand Chinchompers in the bank, what have we got here? Few crystal shards. I'm not too worried about that, to be honest, but if we head off to the bank, I've got some Chinchompers that I've caught in recent history with the Hunter Rumors and a little bit of Chinchomper hunting outside of that. I would ideally like to get my range level to 92. I believe I get a max hit at that level. I'm not sure if I have enough chins to make it happen, but with 3.5k, we're definitely going to get a lot closer. So I'm not going to go and get full Void Elite. I can't be bothered doing that. Like in an ideal scenario, I would, but I kind of just want to do it today, to be honest. So I'm going to go ahead, gear up, and start Monkey Madness 2. Head down to the tunnels and start throwing some Chinchompers, I reckon. It'd be nice if we had some ranging potions, but the only ranging potions I've got my hands on, I accidentally drank in like episode 3, but it was only 1 dose, so I can't exactly be too mad with that. Let's have a look. If we look at the guide to Herblore, do we have the ability to make a ranging potion? If I get myself a something, I can boost that up and maybe do that. I might actually make that happen. Not getting Elite Void's one thing, but if I'm neglecting to get ranging potions when I definitely have the ability to do so, I think that's next level negligence. So, ranging potions, I'm going to get a few of those, start Monkey Madness and get throwing some Chinchompers. That is the plan of attack for now. It might be a little bit sad, but Song of the Elves has depleted my strange fruit stack for now. Off to make some, I don't even know what these things are called. Garden? It's not a garden pie, it's a botanical pie. That's what we're making right now. I read that using the Lumbridge range, you can stop burning these at level 52. Something like that. Absurdly, like, lower. Good lord, my my custom left clicks are cucking me right now. So I'm going to test that right now. I don't think I've ever cooked one of these in my life. They might be relatively new, but I'm glad I went ahead and collected these earlier. These give me a +4 herb lore boost. Let's see if we can cook them all. If any of these burn, the wiki has lied to me. So I'm level 70 cooking. Normally I think it's low 80s. You stop burning them naturally, but with unnatural overpowered cooking ranges like the Lumbridge one we've got here, I guess we don't have to worry about it. So I don't know if these have 1 or 2 bites, but I couldn't really care less. I've got heaps and heaps of fruits from back when I trained my thieving, and I guess that is ranging potions unlocked, I suppose. We've got some dwarfweed in the bank. I don't actually think I've ever made a dwarfweed potion on this account, so I guess, yeah, first things first, we'll get these ranging potions sorted out, and then we'll move on to the next step. Looks like you actually get 2 bites per potion, which is nice. I'd forgotten that you need the herb lore level to initially put the potions together. So, I mean, this will cut into my stock a little bit, but the stock is almost infinite. And with a +4 boost, even if my boost drops down by 2, I'm still good to cook right now. I've only got 35 wines of Zamorak, so I'm a little bit limited in that sense, and I think I'll pretty much be able to process everything in its entirety before this singular dose is elapsed. Alright, here it is, the inaugural ranging potion. Let's do it. I almost drank that. That's a regular jug of wine. I don't. Wait a minute. Hold on, I've made a bit of a mistake. Like I was saying, I'm just going to grab my jugs of wine real quick and make out these potions. Let's just click the right one, shall we? Got 58 of those. I thought I had 35. That's really weird. Honestly, collecting those could have gone smoother. I thought the method I was using would be less popular. There's like a lot of common ways to do it these days. I didn't think going to the Zamorak temple near the Wildy would be so populated, but it was. And as you can see, I also managed to teleport away from my destination. This is just... the High Elk spell cannot be next to a teleport. I need a petition to sign, put my name right next to that, because the amount of TPs I'm going to do over this account's history and career, I don't know, the amount of lost time, the time wasted, if you will, a little bit excessive, but we've got ourselves quite a few ranging potions now. We could make more if we wanted to. I didn't actually think I would have access to this many this early, but I'll make as many as I can with the boost that I have. But I think the, 35? I can't remember how many herbs I just used just now, but in any case, what we've got here should be fine. I kind of can't be bothered to decant them manually, so I'm going to head off to the Grand Exchange. I don't actually go there very often, so any excuse will do, I guess. A little bit of a scenery change, and a piece of scenery that I don't get to see very often. So I'm going to make these into 4-dose potions, get started into Monkey Madness 2, and hopefully we can get started on actually training our range level. 3.5k chins, not sure exactly how much that's going to get us, but as many as humanly possible is the preference. I figured while I'm in the area, I might as well decant the rest of these as well. Let's turn these all into 4-dose. Very nice. I think that's pretty cheap to do that. I never check the cost of these NPC transactions, but putting things into a 4-dose, pretty affordable. One minor oversight later, there is the Enlightened Journey quest complete. This will be needed to be done before I can even begin Monkey Madness 2 as well. I think I need to unlock one of the routes to like the Gnome Glider area perhaps. I don't know if that's too challenging or not. Fortunately for myself, I already had a bunch of willow trees set up around the game. They didn't have the health checked though, so I had to check the health and wait a little bit before getting the branches, but that could have been much worse. Waiting for an entire set of trees to grow would have been absolutely excruciating. With all the prereqs out of the way, it was time to gear up and get ready. Look at that monstrous gear setup we've got going on there. I totally forgot to bring myself a safety teleport, and I haven't done this Chin Chomper or any maniacal monkeys in the past, so I felt like this was a little dumb of me. I put up my monkey Gree, cut the clip, and immediately teleported back to get myself a cloak, just so I could teleport back if necessary. Also didn't bring a light source, so that could have ended very, very poorly, but all in all, the trip went well. I'm pleasantly surprised with how many prayer pots I got, and I think I could just stay there indefinitely, which is nice. But in the end, we got ourselves 90, and of course, 91 range. Alrighty, my brain is definitely going numb from the noise of the monkeys hitting me over and over again. I just feel like I went into a trance just now, but we're now 91 range, not quite 92, but then again, not too far off. So I think I'd need, I don't know, maybe 1,000 more chins in order to get that final level. Managed to replenish our prayer pot supplies try to make a conscious effort to do that because these things are bloody precious. But the fact that those things drop prayer pots is absurd. A part of me thought they dropped rune skimmies, but I think that got patched out a long time ago. I think I've just watched like several guides of that place, never actually done it, and then yeah, it turns out I think they drop steel skimmies instead of the rune ones. But I think that's kind of inspired me to go ahead and get some more chinchompers. What is it? Maybe 1,000 I think will do. I'll probably get 1,500 to be safe. It seems to be the case that I throw about 1,500 per hour, maybe a little bit higher, maybe a little bit lower, but I think 1,500 to be honest will be overkill to get this level, so 1,000 should be fine. But anyway, gonna head off back to Prif, get those chinnies, and finish off this range level. I reckon that was pretty fun. And like, I don't know, bro, just getting like 450, almost 500,000 experience per hour just feels absolutely insane. I completely forgot, I also got a hit points level. I'm now 89 HP, we're also 1,800 total. And, oh my god, somebody's already found this. I thought that was just going to be the cherry on top of the cake. If you come across a star and it says you need a pickaxe to mine it, that means you are not first. I just want to double check that that's actually true. Yeah, it's definitely true. Okay. Because even if you don't have a pickaxe, it'll say congratulations, you're the first one to find it. Alas, that one was not found by yours truly. Fueled by the recent injection of dopamine from the Chin Chomper experience, I then ran my butt out to Prif once again to start catching more chins, hitting 91 hunter relatively quickly. We can now do the master rumors as well as hunting the moonlit antelope. Definitely have a plan in place for those things in the not too distant future. There's just so many things that need to be done, but we didn't stop there. We got ourselves to 92 hunter, capping out at around 4,000 chins. I'm going to miss mining these stars when we hit 99 mining, but there is another star smashed to bits. I really do feel like they should change it so if there's like at least like 10 people mining it, they don't disappear. A lot of the times you'll be mining like a tier 5 or tier 4 star and it'll just go poof because the cycle is complete. But with that said, on a side note, I haven't had a bank pin interruption in a long time. I'm just grateful for that right now. Anyway, moving on. I want to go ahead and grab my chins out of the bank and do round 2 of the Chin Chomper throwing experience. I'm a little bit hooked on this. It's actually quite addictive. So currently sitting at 91 range. We're definitely going to smash out 92. The question remains, are we going to hit 93 with what we've got? I think it's very plausible, but I calculated it before. I was getting a little bit over 300 experience per Chin Chomper, and with 4,000 in the bank, that is 1.2 million experience. So honestly, with the math checking out, that sounds like 93 might be a distinct possibility. If we just compare these two here, with 6.2 here, 7.4, that's a rough 1.2 difference. We've got the numbers, they should be in our favor. So I'm going to gear up once again. Remember to bring a light source and a teleport. Probably bring less prayer potions with me this time. I noticed the amount of prayer pots I was getting from the monkeys themselves, I was kind of like wasting a lot by like letting them sit on the floor because my inventory was just chockers. So I'll end up just bringing less with me now. I can camp Eagle Eye the whole time as well, which is a luxury I didn't think I'd have the ability to afford myself. But all in all, yeah, I'm addicted to these maniacal monkeys and I can't wait to start throwing chins once again. I recently learned that each account that goes down through Monkey Madness 2 will have a different route that they need to take to get to this place. Unfortunately for this account, I need to go through like this northern pathway, which adds a few additional obstacles that I'm not totally enthusiastic about crossing, but we have once again made it to the hole. Nobody's down here, thankfully. This is the gear setup that I'm electing to use. I'm still terrified that these things are both, 1, lost on death, and 2, you have the ability to release them. That is just, the thought that I could just lose these chins in the blink of an eye just terrifies me to no end. But this is my amazing gear setup. We've got 4,000 chins. We're starting at 6.2 million range experience. Let's see where we end up. Oh my god, it's just hit me. I don't have a Brahma torch on me. God bless. I didn't bring a teleport either. How am I like learning from my mistakes and then forgetting the lessons that I've learned? Oh my god, I have to go through this whole thing again. I just love walking through those agility obstacles over and over again. It's my favorite pastime. Second to which would be training range with Chin Chompers. This stuff is like super addictive. I'm having a lot of fun training range this way. We got ourselves 2 ranging levels with the chins, giving us an additional max hit whilst we do CG runs with a perfected bow. But all in all, with the chins that we had, we got 1.4 million experience, roughly. So I think that's a huge injection of experience given the Chin Chompers we had. I've never done these monkeys before, but I can see why they're very popular. To celebrate, we got ourselves 94 woodcutting. We couldn't just train range tonight. We had to get some trees cut down, of course. So I think my strategy is just going to be to alternate between between Corrupted Gauntlet and the Woodcutting Guild. I guess in some sense it makes sense, right? You got CG and this is just WCG, right? It's close enough. I've kind of just been ping-ponging back and forth, not really knowing what to do, but if I ever need to AFK, I'll just come to the Woodcutting Guild, smash out a couple of yew trees. I think the strat in general is just to stockpile as many yews and magic trees as I possibly can. That makes sure that my fletching tab is going along quite nicely. And what have we got here? We've got ourselves almost 2,500 yews. A few magic logs as well. So basically, fletching on an Ironman, if you use broad bolts, it costs like approximately 6 GP per XP. I could be wrong on that. Check the comments, I might be. But basically, if I cut myself down a yew log, I think that's something in the ballpark of 150 fletching experience banked. Of course, if we cut the log and string the bow. So in essence, we get 900 GP saved, and we also get the GP value of the longbow itself. So, you know, in some convoluted way, a yew longbow basically roughly translates to about 1500 GP saved. But to be honest, that's total cope, because the amount of money we're going to print with CG is a bit ridiculous. It's just, I don't know, it's a half decent AFK option, the Woodcutting Guild that is. But right now, I feel like playing actively, so I'm going to send some CG runs. Wish me good luck. The novelty of getting a level up in Corrupted Gauntlet does not escape me in this moment. There's 55 fishing, an absolute banger of a level. I forgot to mention too, I'm really excited to try my new ranging level. I know it's like not much, but any improvement is like such a valuable thing here. And especially too with like the magic rebalance, we've got Mystic Might, which now gives us 2% in the magic strength department, which is actually really sweet. I was a little bit worried if my levels are quite low relative to what I'm used to using CG with in the past. Things might be a problem. That's a fair, not a bloody thing. Why can't I must have my settings screwed up for the monkeys from before. I'm glad I solved this problem before getting into the Hunler fight. But yeah, any additional injection into DPS is highly valued, whether it be ranged or magic. I think it's a minor improvement. I think it's like, wait, what? That's an achievement? What did I even just do? Master combat task? Gauntlet master. I have no idea what I did to achieve that. Anyway. Whatever, I just want the record to know, by the way. I'm getting in my own head about this. I haven't died yet, and I'm happy about that. I don't know why I need to flag that. I'm just giving myself permission to die, basically. But anyway, let's open up the chest together. If you know what Gauntlet Master means, let me know, because, I mean, I'll probably figure it out, but 19? I thought that might have been for the 25th kill, but no, apparently not. Anyway. We'll go in once again, but yeah, a little bit of a minor improvement to the DPS in the range department is nice, closing the gap a little bit. Still a long way to go though. But to be fair, mage is always going to be better than range. I don't even know if I can catch it at this point, but I'll do my best. Sorry, I had to do that. You know how every YouTube series ever that starts with like a muted microphone results in a drop being occurring? I need to just build distrust with you guys, because if any like of those clips happen, you know what's going to happen first. So sorry for betraying the trust just now. As a result, I guess karma has hit me. I now have that thing that put us into our houses for the last couple of years. But yeah, also of note is that I got into this game of chase tag with a crystal impling that I definitely lost. I broke before it broke, and yeah, as a result, I ended up having to try and click this thing down manually. I've never been stuck in a stalemate like this before in my life, but I thought I better document it because, you know, Corrupted Gauntlet, it drives me crazy, and when things like this happen, this is like a week's worth of stimulation. So 51 rune darts, absolutely fantastic right there. Not the biggest loot in the world, so not entirely worth it, but eventually Corrupted Gauntlet, as I said, not the funnest thing in the world. We did die of boredom just then. I'll note that the Corrupted Gauntlet, the Hunler, it never kills me. My own boredom and inattention is the thing that's going to kill me now. But I did give myself permission to die before, which, I don't know. I think once I did that, I checked out mentally, but there is 50 kills complete. Kind of racking these in as fast as I humanly can. I hate this place, dude. This place is awful. I'm trying to smash out as many kills as I possibly can. I want to hit the 400 kill count mark. And hopefully have everything done by then. But, of course, with one armor seed unlocked, we've got 5 more of those bad boys to go. And this is chest number 100. Do we get anything good from it? Of course not. Now, we're only 100 kills into this adventure, so I can't be too salty. Let's have a look. Just to be a little bit thorough, we're currently sitting at 1 armor seed, 3 weapon seeds. The fact that we got the first weapon seed from that regular Gauntlet run is kind of ridiculous, but yes, the enhance is what we are chasing down. I might switch over to another account, which may explain my sort of irritation with the corrupted Gauntlet. As you can see here, this is one I've prepared earlier. We're currently 1,180 kills dry for the enhanced. For those unaware, it's a 1 in 400 drop rate, and each kill takes me approximately 10 minutes. So yeah, pretty irritating endeavor that I've never actually been able to close the book on, and as a result, I have a wound that will never heal. So instead of grinding this account even further, I decided, hey, I'm going to make an entirely new Ironman account and hopefully remedy the situation. This account feels cursed. My current Ironman feels blessed, and I'm very curious to see which account could get the CG enhanced first. My money's on the new Iron Phoxine. I feel blessed so far, but yeah, I've essentially binned this account because I feel like its RNG is so dog shit, it's beyond redemption. So I guess time will tell whether or not we get the enhanced on the new account, but for now this old one can sit in the bin. So hopefully that explains the animosity that I have towards the corrupted Gauntlet. It's not that I've got 100 kills dry on this account and I've become extremely salty. I have past trauma that I'm trying to heal from, so hopefully we can make things right. But there is 95 woodcutting. Why not smash that out? Yes, I've been taking lots of woodcutting breaks. But anyway, I think that will do me for now. I guess with this current voice condition, it's probably good that we managed to make most of this video before my voice turned to shit. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Wish me the very best of luck in the corrupted Gauntlet. Hopefully we don't go 1,000 kills dry on this account, smelly face. But anyway, thanks once again for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next episode.